Hello and welcome to the 5-Minute Film Club, and also welcome to Jurassic June. Jurassic June is an online initiative that started up a few years ago, celebrating all things Jurassic. And so this month I will be uploading an extra video each week based around my favourite film series. I'm not sure whether you can guess what it is. I'm going to start my first video with an apology. It is an apology to anyone that has known me between 2001 and the summer of 2015. And if at any point during that time I perhaps got overexcited for the fact that there may be a Jurassic Park 4. It got too much, even for me sometimes. But here we are, nearly 1 year on from the release of Jurassic World. Coming out of watching it for the first time last summer at the BFI IMAX screen, I was full of mixed emotions, and I think a lot of that comes out in the review that I did of the film, and I still stand by a lot of the things that I said. But after actually filming that review, I did go on to see it another 3 times at the cinema. And I think during that time I was able to just let go of all the fan baggage that I took in when I first saw it. You know, Colin Trevorrow had an incredibly difficult job alongside his writing partner, Derek Connolly. And I think they should be really proud that they had the biggest hit of the summer. And I think it was almost word of mouth that just kept people going back to watch Jurassic World again and again. And the honest truth of that, I think, is because it was a pure popcorn, fun, action dinosaur movie. Yes! And also, I think that its box office performance is far more impressive than the one created by Spectre or The Force Awakens. I mean, who honestly thought that The Force Awakens wasn't going to be the big hit it was? I mean, come on, it's a Star Wars film. The Jurassic Park series, however, has been almost lying dormant for the past 14 years. What I think Jurassic World does really well is balancing the reboot sequel thing. Colin Trevorrow was all about recapturing the magic of that very first film and realising the possibility of what it would look like if Jurassic Park had opened. Another high point for me, also rewatching the film now, is Michael Giacchino's score. Michael Giacchino also manages to pepper the score with little notes of John Williams' 2 epic themes for the first film. And actually 2 of my favourite moments in the film is when we have the John Williams theme coming up and we're kind of following the line and we're following Ty as he's running through the park, and then he gets into his room and he's just like, I can't wait, and he rushes to the veranda and opens the doors, and then we suddenly get the whole John Williams music pouring out of all the speakers and we're rolling across Jurassic World, and it's a marvellous moment. And the same happens when we're in the helicopter and Ifram Khan, and he's taking Claire off to another part of the island to see the new dinosaur, and suddenly we have another moment from John Williams' score and we swoop past the original waterfall actually from the film, and it just, little moments like that really manage to bring you back and give you a little smile and warm feeling about watching the first film. And of course, another great thing is Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. They are both very strong actors, giving quite big performances, but interesting performances. But Claire certainly turned a lot of heads last summer and opened a lot of conversation, controversy, all sorts of things. So whatever dialogue happened, it's better than nothing at all. And speaking of dialogue, 2 of my biggest grumbles of the film is down to the script. I still feel like I can almost see previous decade and a half of development on the script and on these characters. And even though Colin Trevorrow and Derek Connolly say that this is their original script, they didn't take anything from Rick Jaffa and his writing partner's previous script, it still feels like a lot of hands have been involved in it. Another sticking point for me is the lack of animatronics in the film. Stan Winston was such an integral part to the first 3 films. The one theme that we did get with the dying apatosaur, I think, really highlights the merits of having practical effects in a film like this. When I went to see The Force Awakens, the one thing that I was most excited about that film doing well is the fact that there is so much animatronics and practical effects in that film. And I really hope now with Jurassic World 2, perhaps we can just start to build up the practical and animatronic effects. I really do believe that it is an important part of the Jurassic Park franchise. I love the tangibility of the effects in the first 3 films. In short, my initial takeaway from Jurassic World hasn't changed, but I think my appreciation and love for it has. It has certainly grown within the past year. And now I can say that I'm really very excited to see where the series takes me next.